Okay, so we are live, I think. Okay, just wait. Hello, 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 chat. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, just let me paste the link in the Discord. After that, we will start today's stream. And today, general. Now we will paste the link in the general section. The link has appeared. Now I will. Okay, fine. So it's been dated. If anyone will uh, want to join, then he or she can join. Right. Okay, just wait. Let me add the poll of today. That can be start a poll. Right. Just wait. There was a poll I was thinking to add. Um, a very good poll. Okay, just let me paste the creating new bug. Right. Bugs. Okay. The poll has been now live. Let's say thinking. Right. Yes. So let's start today's stream. So let's start. Right. So good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay. Today is day 54 of my DSA journey. In today's stream, we will be solving questions based upon metrics as 2D arrays. It is also called as two-dimensional arrays, right? Metrics. So in today's stream, first I will start with solving a new problem named as spiral metrics, and after that, we will jump onto the revisit of a problem, right? So let's start today's stream. Okay, so the new problem that I'm taking to solve is spiral metrics, right? There are also other parts of this problem. Like there are four parts of this problem. So today we will try to solve the very first part of it. That is, I don't know why the internet is not that much good today. I think LeetCode is having some problems, some internal issues. As you can see, and the server is set to United States. I don't know why. And when it will be loaded, then it will be said that okay, this is from guys from India, right? So as you can see, this problem have four parts. We will first solve the first part, try to solve it. Then after that, we can jump on to other parts of the same problem, right? Like we can see if we will be able to solve them, then we can give it a try maybe today or maybe tomorrow. So the problem name is spiral matrix, right? Hello man, welcome to the stream. You are in the Discord, right? Can you tell me your name? Like I just I am just unable to recognize you. Can you tell me your name? Like, from which name you are in the Discord? Hello, hello. Am I audible? Damn man, I have been here for so long. Hey, I think is my stream buffering? Like, I think I'm getting the. Come on, man. Come on. Just get connected. Come on, man. Come on. I think it shouldn't be buffering right now. I think the issue is fixed. Don't know what the hell happens with the Wi-Fi when I switch it to the 4G network. Um, I think it's not getting delayed now, right? It should be fine. It should be fine. Now you can tell me from which name are you like in the Discord? Like I have seen you, but I not remember your name. Channel for so long. Yeah. So like, are you asking? Did I like started learning recursion? If you are asking about that, then I will say that yeah, it will be just it is just going to start in the next 2 or 3 days. You know where I was busy, like why the things are going a little slow way because I am busy learning JavaScript from Sharians. You know this channel? So in the past 2 days, I first completed this lecture named as JavaScript Learn Everything. So it's around 8 hours long. So I first like finished it in a good way, and the things are a little bit focused on these things nowadays. But yeah, recursion is going to start very soon. Like it's just we are at the end of 2D arrays matrix and just it's going to start after some problems. As you can see, today I will solve this problem named as spiral matrix. Then after that, there are just 2 or 3 problems which I have to solve. Then after that, they will be starting with recursion. And I have plans for that also. Like when I will start recursion, what will happen? And I think people are waiting for it. I think I should change the poll. It's not working. This should be a good poll, right? Just wait. You gone, man? I think you are gone, right? Yeah, I think this guy is gone. And it will be okay. Just wait, just wait. The poll was not that much good, I think, because we are just like a beginner, right? I mean, recursion from Kunal Kushwaha. Yeah, I'm also thinking about this. Like when I yesterday solved a problem using JavaScript, and I got to know, okay, I'm more confident in JavaScript nowadays. And then I got to know, okay, I think my CSS basics are not clear because of I was following this playlist, man. This playlist is, I think, not good for people. Like after I followed it for this much time, I have got to a little bit of that moment that it feels like okay, she have not covered all the points, like the minor points, right? Because of that, now I am getting stuck at some of the very basic points. So for recursion, maybe I will switch the creator for that. Um, yeah, we can do that because recursion is will be a different topic. Just I will search maybe Kunal Kushwaha or any other YouTuber, excluding this YouTuber, right? Because I think I have now more into more than basics. Like these were the basic DSA data structures and some basic algorithms, right? Now I think I can go switch the creators. That was what I was thinking. Yeah, I will change it. I will change it, man. I've got to know. Just there are like yeah. Even I like I found some you small creators. They were explaining more in a more good way than her. Like their videos were very short and the explanation was like top level. Then after that, I got to know, okay, I think I'm in the wrong way. I've picked the wrong playlist, and there should be switching between creators. When you feel that this creator is not getting good at teaching some new topics, right? She was okay till I will say till she was till this point. But when she started teaching strings, then the things are going in a wrong way. I'm feeling that. Yeah, but we can change topics, right? That's the case. Like I think I will not be when I will start recursion. I will not be considered a total beginner at that point. Okay, okay, we will see that just in few days. It will be front of all of you, like what I have picked and what I'm trying to follow. Like we are trying to observe a pattern, what's happening, and yeah, we have time, so we can do some experiments by getting to understand what is the pattern. As I got to know when I started, and now I'm at this point that I have got to know that this playlist not covers the things, some required things. Even if this uh, playlist, the teacher says, okay, we covered all the things from the very basics, but that's not the case. That's not the case. Even I have more confidence in JavaScript now, but it has just started, so maybe I should not solve problems. I'm trying to solve it, but I got an input why choosing CSS was necessary as a beginner or Java, right? There was a point. We were going to solve this problem. First, name is spiral matrix. It will be very easy. Very easy. We will be solving it using C++. First, maybe we can do it using JavaScript. So here, what we will do? Yeah, C++. Did you hear it? CSS? How that can happen? Matrix dot size. Right. We will have rows and columns. Today, why I'm going in a little slow way, and even after that, the stream will end early today because today I have a little bit of, maybe we can say a little bit of tiredness, but yeah, we will finish the stream. Come man, yeah, you can. Hello man, welcome to the stream. Yeah, just trying to finish the lunch, man. At the same time, I have to do the streaming and finish the lunch. I accidentally eat a chili, and it's just like burning it inside my throat. I think I should get some water. Just it's it feels more convenient, right? Um, how I can explain? Like if I want, I can switch between lectures, or maybe I'm not getting the point from this. I will just switch the mentor, or like from which I'm getting the things, or maybe I will go to AI or just try to learn changing different sources. Maybe beginners will not understand, or maybe they will get it in a wrong way. I don't want that, and it's not even that convenient, man. Like if I will start learning, like watching lectures in public, and just after that trying to solve problems, you know what will happen? Things can go in a very wrong way, and the streams would be around 10 hours long, or maybe I don't want that to happen. Even at this stage, the streams are like so much long, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's just, have you solved happy number? No, but I think it's on my list of the problems which I have to solve. Nowadays, I'm unable to pick so many new problems. Don't know why. I think maybe because I'm not picking that stream solved. I have ugly number, but I don't have happy number. Okay, happy number. Easy. Try to solve it today. Okay. Oh, I know it. It's based on those things, right? The Armstrong number. Like by picking the digits of any input number n, when we do the square of it, when we take the sum of it, it comes near to that number. If that's true, then it's a happy number, and if not, it's not a happy number, right? Armstrong. DSA or JSS? JS. Yeah, it's JavaScript. JavaScript. DSA or JSS? Oh, you asked this question. Like about what thing are you asking this question? If you're asking what I'm learning nowadays, beside DSA, then I am learning JavaScript from the YouTube. But this is not the first time that I'm trying to learn JavaScript. I have done some topics. That's why I was able to finish this in a very faster way. But I will use a different approach to. I will try. Maybe I will come on the stream, practice questions based on topics, a lot of questions, and try to strengthen the topic of JavaScript. I think it will take around 1 month to get a little bit comfortable on JavaScript. These days I'm learning JavaScript, and at the same time I do solve questions based on matrix 2D arrays. and soon recursion is going to start. Maybe I will switch. I want to go into the back end, but by mistake I picked the front end first, so I will have to figure out that what will be the things, because front end is not also that much shorter, right? Um, the time will tell if I, if it like, will it be soon or will it take a good amount of time. Because of the recursion, I got an input that okay, I think good at logic building, but maybe I get stuck at writing the code. So we will see what will happen. Hey, you are my college guy, right? I think you are my batchmate. Some people are just watching; they are not saying something. I don't know why. I just they are silent. Just they put okay. I will just try to solve this problem, and in between I will try to give answers to your comments, the chats. So in this problem, what we have to do, like what we did yesterday was, okay, it's not on Geek Lead Code, right? It was on Geek for Geeks. So we will have to go to this platform and matrix boundary traversal, right? So what we did in this problem, um, like there is a connection in between this and that problem. This is the basic level of it, we can say. But in that, in this case, instead of just taking the boundaries, we are also taking the inner values like in a spiral manner, spiral like a coil, we can say. But I think this is in a clockwise order. Even in this case, it is a clockwise order. We are picking the values, and first I will add the code. After that, I will try to explain what's happening. We will take the top row at 0. Then, okay, left column. Okay, it will be left column or yeah, left column, right? Okay, I will name it as left column, and it will start from the no. It will start from the starting column, right? Column start. So I will name it as column start, and will start from the zeroth column. And here, start row start column. We just wait. The naming should be good, so we will name it in a good way so that we will be able to use it where required. So start row and start column 0. We will take, now we have the top boundary and the right boundary, right? And after that, we will take the bottom boundary as end row because it is pointing at the end row. So end row is equals to n minus 1, we can say. Okay, rows, instead of rows, we can say it as m, and we can say columns as n, right? Because we have m into n matrix, the like rows and columns. So it is representing rows, it is representing columns. So we will do n is equals to n minus 1, sorry, m minus 1, and end column is equals to, if someone is not getting this at the right point, what we will do, I will, today I will explain it using Xcali draw. Like yesterday, it was just like got left between explaining the problem. So I will, today is day 54. Did things were planned to be explained, but like I forgot in between that, yeah, I also have to explain. But today I will explain this problem and which we are solving, and this is also connected to this problem, right? We'll go to that. Like when I will start writing the code, explain the new problem that we are doing, it will already like automatically get covered. Just let's start. Okay, so we have, and ending column will be what? N minus 1, right? So we have the starting call, top boundary, left, right boundary, and bottom boundary, and left boundary, right? And after that, there will be a while loop, while is less than equals to end. Okay, wait. Start row is less than equals to end row, and end. Start column is equals to, is less than, not less than, less than or equals to ending column, right? Like there will be some edge cases. So we'll discuss about why we have like wrote this while loop, why we are using this while loop. Yeah, and today I will say that I watched the lecture, but we did solve the problem, the related problem to that yesterday. So it will be not marked as we are solving this type of problem for the first time. Just it is, we are changing the order of, instead of just traversing the boundaries, we are also traversing it in a spiral way, right? Mm, okay, we have this now. There will be some conditions. First for the top boundary, and yeah, we also do need a vector like this in the output. So we will create it before this. We can name it with any name. I am naming it as result. So vector name is result. We will store the values according to this traversing, right? The values will be pushed. So first condition will be like, first we will run a for loop for the rows, sorry, the columns, right? So we will be at zeroth column, and j is less than number of columns, sorry, n, and j plus plus every time the column number is increasing. But there's a condition. Yeah, okay, fine. We already have the variables, so we will use that. And we are push back metric at what row? It will be starting row, right? As you can see, we are first picking the values at starting row, and the column numbers are increasing, right? In every iteration, and it will be jth column. We will say that okay, this is a jth column. Now we have put the boundaries, the top boundaries values in the, okay, wait, I forget to add. Now it will push the values. We have, this is for the top boundary, and this will be for right boundary, right? This will be for bottom boundary, so we will name it as bottom boundary, and this will be for the left boundary. Okay, and here what will happen? Here what will happen? For now, we will be taking the uh, right boundary. For taking that, just the number of rows will increase. So integer I is equals to 0, I less than number of rows, I plus plus, right? Then here, what we will do pushback the values according to, like, when we will be picking values for the top boundary, then the row will be fixed, right? As you can see, the row is fixed here. Starting row, we pick the starting row. When we will be filling values for the right boundary, just the rows numbers will change, and but the column will be fixed, right? So we will be using AND column. So here it will be matrix value at the current row I and current column, that is AND column, right? And this is done. Just wait. Okay, yeah, this is done. Now we have put the code for the right boundary. Now we will start writing the code for the bottom boundary and left boundary, and there will be a edge case that we will first discuss about and try to figure out that why that condition is needed, so that we ignore duplicate values, and we can discuss that case at this point, and also this while loop, why we are using a while loop, right? So first I will add the code for the bottom boundary. What we will be doing in the bottom boundary, as you can see, just the columns are changing in the, yeah, integer I is equals to, okay, sorry, j is equals to end column, no, end column minus 1, right? Because this value will be excluded as we have already picked it in the right boundary traversal. So j is equals to end column minus 1, and j is less than, j is more than or equals to 0, right? The 0th column. So j minus minus, as we are traversing it backwards, and now it will be like result dot push back the values at that matrix. What will be the row? They will be at the last row. So we will be using end row as in this part. So it will be end row, and it will be jth column, right? Jth column. So this is for the right boundary. Now end row. End row. Yeah, yeah, you are right. I just got scared. Someone like messaged. Okay, for the right boundary, left boundary, what we will be doing? As you can see, just the rows are changing in a backwards manner. So we will start it from the second last row, because in this case we have already taken the value of the last row, right? So I is equals to end row minus 1, and I is more than equals to the 0th, more than equals to the first row. Why? 0th row, right? Because we have to exclude this row, as this row value has already been counted when we were traversing for the very first top boundary, right? So, but it will be 1, right? So that we don't get beyond, and it will be I minus minus, as we are going in a backwards manner. So it is like this. Now we will be doing pushing the values. This is not the code, but this is not the whole code. There are some parts that we will discuss about. Then we will add some new code, some based on some S cases that can happen, that we have to take in mind. So it will be what? In this case, we will be taking end column, right? No, not the end column, start column. So here it will be ith row and starting column. This is done. And in the end, when we will have like done this, we have the top boundary, right boundary, bottom boundary, and left boundary, right? So we have taken all the values for the boundaries, but how we will take the values at the side like in this way? So for doing that, what we will be doing now, we will update the values of starting row. As you can see, when we have taken the boundaries, then the row number will increase, right? So starting rows plus plus. I think this will not be clear right now, but when we will do the dry run, it will be clear. So starting row plus plus because we have taken the boundary as the first row, right? So the row number will increase. Now we are on second row, and column, as we know, the starting column was this, right? So when we have taken the values of this column, the last column, then shouldn't we doing column minus minus, starting column minus minus. Oh, wait. There's a mistake. Starting column plus plus, as we have taken these values for the starting column as 0. Now it will be the first column, right? So that we can pick the values from here. So starting column plus plus, and after that we have to do for the now we will see for the end row and end column what will happen when we will have taken the bottom boundary and the left and the right boundary. Okay, when we will have taken right boundary and bottom boundary, as you can see, now we will be on this row, right? This row, so we will be doing end row minus minus, so we will be on the second last row, and end column will be minus minus. We will do this for the end column as this is the last column. So we will like go to this column, right? So we can pick values for the second last columns, and it will keep filling values till this point. This code will not change, and in the end we will return result vector, but it will give wrong answer for a case. Oh man, there are some bugs. Oh, it's giving the wrong answer in the both the cases. Just wait. Mm-mm-mm. Top boundary. We are traversing for the columns. Columns. We are columns plus plus. Row is fixed at the starting row. So push the values for the right boundary. We are doing M N. Okay. Yeah, N is for columns. So columns is right. And it will be should it be 0 or should it be boundary? Okay. Bottom boundary. 'Left boundary is this, right? 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 3. How it's going? Taken two times. So that 6, 9, 8, 7. How it's taking random values. Okay. And oh man. Okay, okay, okay. Now we will quiz ourselves and try to fix the issue. Right. We are not taking the code from here. Quiz me and try to fix the issue by getting answer from me. This code is for spiral metric. I think there is just only a small mistakes in the code. Um, don't tell me about edge cases. Is something someone chats are going. Just it's already been done. Chats are going. You can see it's already been done. Um, just we will be I'm telling it the edge cases. We know about the edge cases. We can all apply that by self. Just okay. Look carefully at the steps. Question: should this book really go till n every time, or should be dependent on start column and end column? Okay. Metrics. Yeah. Instead of using n or m, we can use this start column, end column. Right. Start column, end column. Um. Yeah, it can go to end column, right? So we will change it as column. Remove that line start row because you already have C boundary. East boundary. Remove that line start row. But we will be needing them, right? So that we can take the values of the top boundary. Don't you think that? That will be needed. So end row. Will it depend on start row or end row? Okay. Okay, zeroth column till end column, we are doing this, and because it's representing the number of columns and rows, right? Uh, okay, and we use this just to use make these variables, right? So I think zero to zeroth column to end column. Okay, yeah, it will be equals to that. Now it is asking for the right boundary. Okay, if you see right boundary, it's starting from the last column, but there is a wait this point. We are starting it from the zeroth row and going to the end row, right? So it can be end row, but it should be less than or equals to end row. Sorry, more than or equals to. I is less than equals to end row. For the right boundary, this is yeah, figuring it out. I think for the right boundary, row zero to less than equals to, but should be okay. We are going traversing forwards, right? So it can be end row. Okay, yeah, start row plus one, right? Was right because we have to exclude that value that we were taking in this case. So now we have got for the right boundary, and for the bottom boundary, we have to exclude the value for n column minus one, and it is going till this more than or equals to um, start column, right? So it can be start column j minus minus. This has been happening, and here it will be for the left boundary. We have to exclude the last row. So I is equals to end row minus one. I is less than more than equals to start start row plus one or okay. Now the values are being duplicated at this point, right? 4, 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 4. So for the left boundary, for the bottom boundary, right? It's fixed. Okay, wait. End column, right? Start row plus 1. You've done that. So there is one value that is repeating. Um, okay. Top boundary is right. Right boundary is fine. 6, 9, 8, 7, 4. Again 4 and 5. Okay. Right boundary. I think YouTube cuts the chats, sends only specific chats. I think don't know sometimes it just hides some chats. Don't know why. I think it just mark like flags it as the wrong chat or something. No. Top boundary. There's a problem in a top boundary. Wrong. Okay. Yeah, start column. We can start it from start column. Um, yeah, right. Start column is equals to this, so that we can update the start column, right? Instead, because when it will be 0, how we will be able to update that? So start column, because we are changing the values of these variables, not the I or j. In that case, it will be accepted, but we will get the wrong answer for the second test case. To handle that, here we will include conditions. If we have to break, and after that, like I will tell you why we are using break statement, and same for the column. Sorry, same for the rows. So before doing this, we will first check. This is for the odd columns, or like odd when the columns, maybe the columns is odd, maybe the rows are odd. As we run it again, so it's again being not accepted. So there is a mistake. What about the edge case? Right, for when maybe row is odd or column is odd. So why we use those start column and end column, like we are checking if at any point start column is equals to end column or start row is equals to end row. In that case, to avoid duplication of the values so that values don't get counted like two times. So to avoid that duplication, we use the conditions like this. Means there is only one row or one column is left. So bottom and left loops get skipped in that part. Here's a drawing example given. This is the matrix. Top values are this 1, 2, 3. Right is 6 and 9. Right. Bottom is 8 and 7. And then left is 4. And next layer is just 5. So we did this. It will not be clear right now. I think in this case, now I think it will be for that case when only one of them will be odd. But in this case, both were odd. Uh, the number of rows were odd, the number of columns were odd. In this case, the things will be different. And this is also, I think, given as this matrix, right? So we take the top as this, then right, then bottom, then left as 5. Now the next layer will become 6 and 7. Now right has already been covered and bottom is none. Bottom is none. Like bottom is already covered, right? Mm. And right is none because there is no right of this. Like we are just going in a forward way for the top. Mm, right. Okay. This was not being told. This was not being told in the lectures that we have to use these conditions. Mm, right. Even if I show you, let's check what was like this. Hmm. As you can see, things are same. And you see, it's just like got accepted. Then what's the case? Then why, when the mentor is running this code, how it's getting accepted? What conditions? We can try this approach. It was not like it will do the same job, but just it is like the condition. I think soon I will have to change the course that it was for column. Um, undeclared identifier. Okay. In the same case after that, even after this, it's not working. Now you are also wrong. I see this there at this point 6 is being included again. And if we see for the first case, it is running. But here, oh, one of them is odd, right? The rows are odd. Okay, just wait, just wait. Oh, we forgot to remove this if condition. Okay. Top boundary, right boundary, bottom boundary, left boundary. It's saying that it will be 100% accepted on lead code as you could see, but it's not being happening. Okay. It's saying that this version will be accepted on lead code. Is it being accepted? I don't think so. It's not getting accepted when columns are even and rows are odd. In the last don't know from where our extra value is coming. Okay, wait. I think it will be an we have to change the now I will use chat GPT, not this. This is just giving bad answers. What do you think? Where is the code of for this problem? This is the problem. And we are trying to figure it spiral metric on lead code. So just give me the hints or quiz me. Don't give me the answer. Don't give me the answer or the code as we don't want it. The stream is a little bit off, right? Stream is a little bit off today. I think maybe soon I was thinking to use some words that will be good for you viewers who are coming for the first time or the second time. Okay, this is when your overall approach is correct. The bug is not in the algorithm. Ask yourself, when there is only one row left, should you traverse the bottom boundary again? Okay, so we will use the base cases. Okay, but ask this. Why did you put? Let me see. Let me see. We have to pick for the rows like at a point the rows will be same, right? Like the end row and starting row will be same, so we have to stop at that point so that we just take it for only one time, right, to exclude the values. So if I see this is the condition for the bottom row, so bottom column. So it should be for rows. I think if I change it to rows, or it will be for column. We are just trying experimenting. Um, oh, okay. Come on, man. Yeah, but I was not thinking about this like what the question said. Just got a little bit of intuition that it will be wrong. Like, yeah, that was the thing. We did it, we solved it, and its time complexity will be big of n. As we are going at every cell just for a single time, right? So its time complexity will be big of n. Now I will do a dry run of it using Xcali draw. Maybe before the explanation, first I will do the revisit of this problem. Then we can jump on to the dry run and explanation part. So first, a new problem solved, but I think we solved it by self, like understanding what what was the case, which is, and now I will check for if we remove this condition and just put it inside this, what will happen? If start column is less than, sorry, equals to end column, break compiler. Okay, just wait. There is a mistake at this point. If it will work, then it can also work, but we will just keep the code as before. The conditions are the same. As you can see, it's being accepted. Just the order of the code was different, right? So it's good. And this is also, I think, more understandable. Just it's showing it explicitly before the loops. Mm. So yeah, first new problem is solved now. I will do the revisit of a problem. Then after that, we will jump on to solving. Sorry, dry run. Just wait. So if you see this problem, here we are doing matrix boundary traversal, right? And in this problem, we have taken the rows and columns. And here, ignore this for first. First, we are taking the values for the top boundary as we have did in this problem. Just it is a spiral matrix, but in this case, we are just taking the boundary values like this boundary, top boundary, right boundary, left, bottom boundary, and left boundary, and just pushing it back into the result vector, right? So this is for the first boundary, sorry, top boundary, this is for the right boundary, and this is for the bottom boundary and left boundary. In the end, we are returning result. There will be two edge cases that I have checked for. First, if like in these cases, maybe the number of rows is one, maybe the number of columns is one, right? In that case, if suppose the number of rows is just equals to one, in that case, we know that like there will be no left boundary or bottom boundary or right boundary. Sorry, yeah, right boundary, left boundary, and bottom boundary. Just it will be the top boundary. So what we did in that case, when the row number is only equals to one, in that case, I just directly return the matrix at the zeroth row, right? The even if we try to put it into the vector, the order will be the same, so it will not give error. In case if suppose there is only single column, but we have different rows, right? It can happen. So in that case, we are running a for loop going on to every other rows and pushing back the value of it into the result vector, and in the end we are returning the result vector. Just this is the case. This was an easy level problem that we solved yesterday, and today we solved this problem named as spiral matrix, and it was a medium level problem, and I forgot to mark it as solved in the list of solved problems. I forget it. So we will do it. And now I will explain the problems. And yeah, the time complexity of the code of this problem will be big of n, as we are going at every value for one time, and in this case also. Just it will be big of m into n because these are representing rows and these are representing columns. So yeah, the revisit is done. I will mark it as revisited now. Code looks a little bit scary, but it's not that much. When you will write it and understand part by part what we have to do, then it will be understandable, right? First, new problem revisited. Name was this matrix boundary traversal. Okay, that guy was telling me about a problem that was that okay, happy number, right? Then we take square of 8 and this, then we take square of this, and one square of 1 0 0. Okay, 1 until it becomes 1, and for n is equals to 2. When we take square of 2, it will be why it's given false. Okay, we can try this problem after the explanation of today's problem. That was today's day 54. So let's start with the metric. I think the color should be changed. So we will use a different color to show the metric. I will try to explain. Maybe the explanation can be a little bit rough or it can be good. I don't know. But I will see. I will try. I will take that as okay. This is the first column. This will be the second column. will become the third column. And this is the fourth column. And there are three number of rows. Um, okay, we will take the values. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. That's taking time, right? The errand will take time. So should we shouldn't we do it using chat GPT now? Because I know about this what will happen when I will try to explain, but it will take time. It will take time. I think people will not be able to understand it. It will take time more than required, right? At this point. Okay, fine. Hey, can you can you give me the diagram of this problem, but first without including the including the edge case, then after that while edge case was needed, and and what was that? Yeah, and also tell me what's happening block by block, but not so much lengthy explanation, right? So that we get to understand it in little bit of time. First, we will ignore the S cases. First, we will uh, try to understand. We have taken this matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where is it visible, man? I haven't checked for the time. Like, okay, if I zoom it out, will it be okay? There should be some little bit of zoomed in, right? Maybe it's yeah. I think now it will be visible, so that people who are coming, they will be also be able to see what's happening. So okay, we have taken this matrix. Then initially starting row will be the first row and end row will be the last row. Starting row will be zeroth column, end column will be last column. Now round one starts. Top boundary values are this result have become 1, 2, 3. For the right boundary, it is 6 and 9. We put that. For the bottom boundary, we got 8 and 7. For the left boundary, we got 4. Now we have shrinked the boundaries. So after shrinking, only 5 is left, right? All are at put pointing at 1. And in the round 2, just we have taken the top boundary and put it into the result. So done. Notice how naturally it finishes. I'm using the language of this. Now let's remove the else conditions completely. Take this matrix. Now we are taking this matrix. There is only one row. Initially, we are at 0th row and 0th column. And starting column is 0, ending column is 2. Yeah, because there are 3 columns. So top result is this. Right start from start row plus 1, which is 1. But so it doesn't run good. Bot. Okay, I think now in this case the problems are going to start. I don't know why the streams are a little bit off from yesterday. Maybe it's just the nature of how the streaming works. Right. Now let's remove the edge cases conditions completely. So take this matrix, only one row. Initially this top becomes this result. Now right starts from starting row plus 1, which is 1, but so it doesn't run good. Bottom without edge check. Loop becomes, it adds 3 to 1 again. Result becomes this. Because we were also using it for where it's gone here here. As we were using this, right? And without this condition, we were using that, right? That's why we put this condition, right? Start row should not, when it's equals to that, we have to quit. Like we have to just not do the thing. This is why we write starting row is less than end row, so that we don't get the duplicate rows. And same for the columns, starting column, end column. If they are at some point, starting column and end column is equals to both, they are equals to each other, then we are doing this. And that's how we get this. Okay, okay, wait. Now another case. There are just one column, right? Like it is taking differently. It is taking the edge cases in a different way. And now we are checking for when there will be only one column. So top is 1, right is 2 and 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Bottom without checks adds 3 again, right? Left without check adds 2 and 1 again. Result becomes 1 to 3 and 3 to 1. Again duplicates. The whole idea in one line. Every round you are working around the outer rectangle. Top, right, bottom, left. After completing one lap, you shrink the rectangles as this. When the remaining rectangle is just one row or one column, some of those 4 traversals would walk over cells that we have already visited. The S checks are there to skip those extra traversals and prevent us from getting duplicates. Okay, now explain me block by block. Don't take all the for loops for all the boundaries. Um, like the while loop and some of the for loop and other things. Okay, other things have already been explained in the starting, so we don't have to do that. Okay, so great. Let's go block by block. We need some way to store the elements in spiral order, so we did this. Result becomes this. Block matrix for finding. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Block 2, we have find matrix dimensions, right? So by doing this matrix dot size, we get the number of rows. And by doing this matrix zeroth element dot size, it gives how many columns are in a single row, in a specific row. So we have MS3 and NS3. Hello, hello. Just I have solved the problem today that was spiral matrix, and yeah, did revisited this problem named as matrix boundary traversal. I was just giving a dry run of it using ChatGPT because if I will go and explain it using Excalibur, it will take a good amount of time. That's why. What are you working on? This is like DSA streams, like DSA streams, whereas try to solve problems on live and try to explain what's happening in a specific problem. And yeah, I also do solve. I'm also running web development, so I have started doing these live streams based where I am trying to create a project from scratch. Just recently, I started learning JavaScript. That's why just the project is a little bit paused because like the thing you are seeing here is a project that I am working on. Just it's paused because of I am trying to learn JavaScript, and soon I will be starting episode 2 of developing a project from scratch. And what about you, man? Are you a college student or are you a working guy? And I think you are here for the first time, right? Haven't seen you before. And nowadays, what I do solve problems based on 2D arrays, as you know, matrix. Okay. And soon I will be starting with recursion. Initially, I was following this playlist, but I will not follow it now. I will follow some other playlist for topics. Yeah. Soon, just recursion is going to start in just the next 2 or 3 days. Okay. So, what about you? Like, are you also learning these type of things, or what's the case? And sorry for the way like I'm trying to converse with you because today my head is a little bit heavy because today I was like learning JavaScript. Sorry, yesterday I was being wake up for uh, at late night due to because I was understanding what are arrays and objects in JavaScript. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I got that. So are you learning these things or like DSA or development? Like in which field you are? Are you learning something else or you're just a fresher in your college? And and the objective of today, which I was supposed to be doing, has been completed. We did solve the first new problem today and solve revisited one. Okay. So you are in first year. I think you just the college have started, right? As it's the month of August. So like, are you a completely fresher? Okay. And how you found me? Like you found me randomly or just my stream got recommended to you? Um, I think it's like people usually search for DSA live stream or something or live coding, then they found how you found me. Oh my word. So you wanna have some like discussion on something or okay, just I think he's thinking something. The objective of today is completed, but even after that, we can pick some extra problems, right? Happy number. Okay. Why are you silent, man? Like, why aren't you saying something? You wanna, if you wanna discuss about something, you can just tell in the message. Write an algorithm. If we see for n is equals to 2, it will be okay. There is only one digit, right? So it will be 4. Then 4 will become. I'm also working on a project called Online Farming. Okay. So what is the like tech stack you are using for that? Okay, C language. So is there a type of app or something? Like what is that project? Like it's an web app or it's a app? What's that? Only run in terminal. So like what does it do? And then how you are using C for that? Like it's okay. Like it to which field is it is like connected to? Like I haven't seen this type of thing before, which runs in terminal. Okay, wait. What is cell medicine? Which runs in terminal. Cell medicine. Okay. Okay. Made in this is Okay, so you're working on the systems, right? Like when we go to a hospital or self-checkout machines, right? In which the code is embedded and just we go and just pick the medicines which are available. It just is it like that? Okay, but in what field person, like for example, okay, fundamental project, very common field. Okay, okay. Is it something related to DBMS or searching, sorting, fine handling? Console application, web development, no, no. I think I think it's something related to DBMS, right? I think it's related to DBMS. Okay, CRUD operations. Okay, okay, okay. Create, remove. Okay, CST first semester final project. So how much time did you took like to create that? And can we see it like okay, but it will only run in the terminal, right? And hey, you know what you can do as you're a first semester student? Like this is my community where there are other people like us here. Okay, so you can join it and you can share the project what you are working on. Maybe if even if it's just half completed or a part of it is completed, maybe you are working on something. You can share your daily progress, like what you are doing on a daily basis. Okay, I will have to see your project, like how it's working, and I can give you a review. Or like there are also other people like us in the Discord who can give review about it to you. And yeah, like you can share anything on the Discord. You can come into the discussions about any topics you want related to your studies or the things you are learning, right? I guess, and I will say that don't subscribe to the channel right now. You can consider to subscribe when you feel that this guy is learning something, or I am getting some value from him, or I am learning something from him. As I don't just want to study alone here and just come online and just show, okay, study with me sessions, just trying to solve problems alone. That will not be a good thing. How I can approach them? By creating a folder, I think the folder will be shareable or not. Or maybe you can put it into a drive link or just is it on I think you have uploaded it on GitHub, right? You can share the profile or just the repo, but we will not be able to use it, right? On the like if you want to deploy it, it will not be able to be deployed, right? So yeah, I think we will be able to use it into the terminal like this. Hmm. Yeah, if you want, you can share it using a drive link or something. But yeah, joining the Discord is highly recommended. I think that will help you in the future time. Uh, it will not be like those Discords where people are just dead. Like the Discord is community is just like dead. No one is responding to your messages or something. Here, people are active and they do give uh, interact with each other. After the stream, I will go to these study rooms. We will have discussion about any topic we want. It can be DSA, it can be development, it can be anything. Okay. And you don't have to subscribe, okay? I can subscribe anytime. It just reflects the number of subscribers. It don't tell it can be it is a secondary thing, right? It's just numbers. Like I'm trying to create a community of good people who can help each other grow together. Um, yeah. And like these are just in experimental phase and people are joining it and we do have like discussions about topics and soon there will be stronger systems for this. Just I'm observing the things what are going on. Like what are the things that are going on in the community. So according to that, I will act and implement good systems, just not on the Discord. It can be on a web app or maybe a different platform. Okay, someone joined a Discord, and you can share it in the general section. Okay, this is for sharing projects or something. Okay, so if I summarize today's stream, what we did, we first did solve a new problem. Name was spiral matrix, right? I solved it. Its time complexity was big of n, and after that, we revisited our problem. Name was matrix boundary traversal. Its time complexity was big of n. Then after that, we tried to do a little bit of explanation of the problem, but we got to a point. Okay, this will take a lot of time to explain. That that's why we use ChatGPT to explain the things in just a faster way, right? So that we don't waste time into just drawing the visuals or using that pencil like this, right? And tomorrow, I think we will be taking more problems. I think should I end the stream now or what should we do? Okay, wait. We were at this point, right? At we have completed the objective of today. Then we can pick this problem maybe just in this case it will be false because at a point like in this case we were having a value as when we will do the square of it, it will be 1. But in this case, it will not be that, right? Because there is only a single value. I will every time we will take the last digit, it will be the same. So it will just return the same value again and again in an infinite loop. Okay. We have n, so we will do okay. While n is more than 0, right? Means while n is more than 1, but I think there will be no while used here, right? Because we are just checking for false and true. So we can write square of digits. We can create a variable square digits 0. Then after that we can do n is equals to n taken modulo with 2, sorry 10. We will store it into a digit. Last digit is equals to, it will be a type of integer, and we have done this. I'm just trying to experiment on this. Okay, people are watching. So now we will add square digits. Okay. Okay, I think there will be a for loop till n becomes 0, right? So that after the while loop, we will check for it. If the value of square is not okay, we can check it inside the loop. So while maybe this will not be needed when we'll be at a point, but I think this should be here, right? Then we are doing this and adding it into square digit. But we will have to square that, right? So square digits is equals to um, and those square digits will be added into a sum. So there will be a sum 0, right? Square digits is equals to the last digit. This is this we can done in do in JavaScript, but I think this will not be allowed here. So last digit into last digit, we get the square of the last digit. Okay, if that's the case, then what you can do is you can use the GitHub, right? You can share your GitHub profile or maybe the GitHub repo, not the profile, but yeah, people will be able to see that. So you can share your GitHub repo if you know about GitHub, or maybe you can just put all the files into the drive, right? Google Drive, and make the link make change the permission of it to like people with the link can view it, then you can share it and we can see what is your project about, right? um okay, you know what you can do, you can just uh, watch a lecture video tutorial about that tutorial video. I think you can watch GitHub tutorial by a good person. You can watch this video. Okay, master GitHub. Like there is a one short video for that in which they have covered all the parts. But yeah, you can. watch the this part, the whole part. It will be good for you, and yeah, you will use it for like to get the code safe and like when you maybe your computer get broken or the laptop you are using, maybe it gets broken, then you will be able to re-access your files or like you know the code that you have wrote for the things. So you will be able to again gain access to the codes and just it will be safe, right? And there are also so many other features that you can use when you will learn about what is GitHub. And I think that will be good for you. I'm also going to watch this video about GitHub as I know how to use it for single user, like for a single person. But at the right time, I don't know about how we can use it when there are multiple as a team, how we can use GitHub. So you can consider watching this video. Yeah, you can even ask it from ChatGPT. It's very easy. I will share you the link. Like this step I'm talking about, it's a very easy step. Like if you want to push, if you want to upload your code onto the GitHub, it's very easy. Just there are some 4 or 5 steps you have to follow, so it will be good. Bye, man. Bye. Thanks for joining the stream. Hmm. Okay, so the guy is gone. So square digits is equals to this, right? And sum is equals to bye bye. Sum is equals to square digits, right? Sum plus equals to square digits. Okay, this is done. Now we will have to check for the sum, right? If at any point, but not at any point, we have to check it afterwards, right? Maybe this can be wrong. So if sum is equals to 1, then we have to return else. But we have to take the square again and again. How we will do that? Okay. So we have taken the square of the first digits, stored in the sum. Then after that, how we will figure out that? So to figure out, nothing I will be using ChatGPT not to get the code, but to I am trying to solve this problem because I'm not left with that good amount of time. So I will try to do it in a faster way. Problem on lead code. Don't give me the code or hint. Just quiz me and try to get the answer from me as treat me as ChatGPT. And I have written code till this point. We can close this. What? It will not take that much time to be solved. If n is equals to 19, will the loop run even once? Okay. Wait. More than zero. It will be more than zero. Okay. What should be the condition if we want to keep processing the digits of positive number until there are no digits left? N is equals to 0. The condition is while while you think about the moment when you want to stop loop to stop. Okay, wait. Forget to add that part that n is equals to n divided by 10, right? Now to again. That made some changes. Yeah. Now n is changing, so you are traversing a digits. Last digit, okay. So we have to check for the sum. So it will be first last digit 9, then last digit is 81. Sorry, 9. 9 is the last digit, 81 is the squared number. Sum is equals to 80 plus 1. It will be 1 and 1 plus 1 is equals to 82. Yeah, I think around just 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, but hello man, welcome to the stream. Um, it's not the final answer, right? We have to get until we are left with one digit. So should we run it until we are left with one digit and that digit's value square should be more than 1. the new n. Okay, we can update the n by, okay, return true, right? Okay, what we can do is, so how we will, okay, return false. Uh, Before you can decide, imagine this. When again and again, after taking the square, it will be more than one. One question, bro, did you actually improve your logic building from? Yeah, I will say that not the code implementation, but I have felt that logic is being getting stronger. Even you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about logic is going stronger, but when I try to write code, sometimes I get stuck at just writing the code. But logic is getting stronger. It helps when you like keep practicing again and again, and just revisit the problems and use our mind first. Like I'm not just using it for giving the code, it is quizzing me, like it is asking me questions, then we are getting at a point. You came for the first time, right? And you know the thing, like I got to understand was, like I felt that there needs to be some things, some pieces are missing in the very basics, some of the points, some of the minor points that are missing. Right. That's the number. Okay, so if we, so are you a fresher or something? So if we see that value again when doing square, then we have to return false. Okay. If you ever reach a number we have already seen before after doing the squares, then from that point onward, you will need to repeat the same sequence forever. So that point return false. In a variable seen before equals to square digit, then compare Data structure. Frequency. I will see the code, man. Just saying that we will be using other thing. So unordered set. When n will be equals to 1, we are returning true, right? If scene count, okay, if count has seen before, we have to return false, right? And scene dot search, what? Just wait. And that guy told me so, but here it will be unordered set. So what we will be doing, if it's not been seen before, okay, if it's not been seen before, we have again insert the n and it's going in the same loop, right? So that we can check for it here in this while loop, and this while loop is wrapped in this while loop to this while loop. Yeah, where n is more than 0. And here we're checking for this should have asked me before. But the functions used are different, like from which we used in vectors or strings. Uh, Functions used here are different from vector and where is right. New functions are seen, sort, and scene count. Returns if one is one if x, otherwise 0 is 2x instead. That's he'll give me the code, but explain me in a quick way, block by block. That's why I don't take random problems given by the viewers, right? Because they know about different structures or different containers in which we store data. And here is we have again got into this trap block code. So every number we have already processed in the unordered set named as scene inside the function. Okay. And is we are setting that into the unordered set. Keep repeating the process until we reach 1, right? As soon as n is equals to 1, the loop stops while n is not equals to 1. And that secondary loop is for like getting all the digits, right? Block 3. Check whether we have already seen this number. If that, like this is the function we can use in unordered set. Then we are returning false, right? But what is the count referring to? Count is equals to what? 16 dot count. Okay. Okay, it is a function name if it's already been seen before. So here it is. If not, we are in this case we are inserting that number n into the unordered set so that we can again check for that number if that numbers appear again in the set. So scene dot insert in the else case if we not found that number before. So we are inserting that number and then we are starting with some is equals to 0 and we will be adding those values by doing this. We can write the code for this. Um, Last digit, right? Yeah, and modulo with 10 and sum plus equals to last digit into last digit, and here n is just divided by 10, so n divided by 10, and in the end we were returning true, right? N is equals to sum. But where we return true, this is number same. Return true is after that, so we will return true. Yeah. Okay, fine. Now I want to understand. So what we are doing, we created an unordered set and pushing back the values while n is not equals to 1 for this while loop. This is the outer while loop. And we are checking here that if while n is not equals to 1, if at any point n is equals to 1, then we are returning true. And in the else cases, if in the unordered set, we have already seen that value of n before, we are just returning false because in the case when it will be just repeating the order, like the order is just increasing and again decreasing, increasing in an infinite way, then we will get to know about that by using this condition. If n has the number that we are passing into the unordered set, if it's not been seen before, we will be doing insert n, and now we have created the sum. And while n is more than 0, as we are taking all the last digits of a number n and adding that into the sum as last digit into last digit, right? And we are dividing it until n is equals to 0. When n will be 0, then we will out of this while loop, and we are saying that n is equals to sum. And we will again check if n is not equals to 1, then we are doing this. If at any point n is equals to 1, then we will just be out of this outer while loop and we will return true. If n have been seen before, we are returning just the false, right? That's how this code is working. There is not so much difficulty. That's second problem solved. But that was an easy problem. Like we did understood about that functions which are used in ordered set, like we have seen before about unordered set, I think. Yeah, or it was ordered set, but we did understood the code, and if it is set again to be written, then we will be able to do that or a similar problem like this. So yeah, we have solved this problem. Happy number. Time complexity will be big of n, I think. I think it's not the most optimized code for it. It is was said to be as stable simulation. Okay, suggested was Freud's cycle detection algorithm, cycle finding algorithm. Time complexity of it is log n as, but why? Okay, we are dividing the problem into half, right? Every time we are doing the half of the digits, so we break the digits. Okay, so this is done. So what we did in today's stream, if I summarize it, we did revisited one problem and solved two new problems today. First new problem was medium level and second new problem was easy level problem. We took help of AI in the second problem. It was an easy level, but there were some new functions that we got to know about. Okay, so it will be marked as just a new learning, not as a copied code, because we knew about the logic and some part of code that we can write by ourselves or understand how the things are working. So this was all. We did revisited one problem and solved two new problems. And yeah, okay, we can say today the objective was we were supposed to solve two problems. We did that, right? Earlier I thought okay we should take the objective as one problem, but we did two new problems today. So that was all for today's stream. For now, you all can like the stream and you don't have to subscribe right now. You can subscribe when you feel that this guy is learning something or we are getting some value or we are learning something from him. Then you can consider to subscribe. You don't have to subscribe right now. When I say that, okay, just go and directly subscribe to the channel. It can be done anytime when you feel that this guy is learning something or teaching something good. Now I share the Discord server link, community link. So you all can, I will highly recommend all of you to join the Discord server. There you can share what you are doing on a daily basis. Maybe you are working on a project, or maybe even if it's only a part of it is completed, then you can even share that. And like you can share anything on the Discord. It is a type of a community. I'm trying to create a community of good people who can help each other grow together. All right, and that's the case. And yeah, please to give reviews in the comment sections that what things should I improve. Should I change my approach? Should I come up with something new? Or what new things should I come up with? And yeah, why I'm saying to subscribe so that when I will be live again, or maybe I will upload a new video, then you will be able to get notification in your home feed or notification section that I'm live, and you can again join in the stream, and you can see me solving these problems, getting stuck on the problems, and yeah, we can have interactions. So that was all. Okay. So in the end, I will say that just you all just keep learning and keep exploring new things, and just start grinding them, just start taking actions, and things will start to happen. And yeah, just stay hard, just go and start, keep grinding.